I know you, you
Oh,
were a commander in the
yes,
police. So
yes,
I think it's important as your insight, your expertise as
yes.
we move into warmer weather, especially as a woman exercising. I used to run on the trails by myself all the time. I
Yeah.
don't even do that anymore.
Mm.
So let's talk about safety and being a woman, athlete, not even athlete, you can just be walking along the
Well,
trails,
yeah,
not
I
like,
mean, nowadays people are getting so bold, like they'll approach women who have their children with them, you know. So you really just have to be very vigilant and aware. So as it is coming into running season and it's getting nice out, and you're going to want to be out there, have it with your children. What I would say, based on my 28 years of experience in this area, is that it's very important to be aware of your surroundings, um, and make your presence known. Most statistically, and studies have been shown that most people pick their victims based on how they present themselves. They're looking for vulnerable victims. And I'm 6 feet tall. Nobody really messes with me. But a lot of that is also because I walk around like I will kill you with love. Namaste. Namaste. But do not mess with me. Now you can even, and I have friends who are 5'5" and who walk around like, do not mess with me, because they just have that presence, that look on their face, or just they don't make themselves small as we as women often do, just because that's how we were raised, is to be meek and small. Don't make your voice heard, be seen not heard, all of that stuff. Really what you need to do is make yourself seen, run with a purpose, walk with a purpose, talk with a purpose. If you see someone shady coming by you and you don't feel like, okay, I have nowhere to go, make eye contact with that person. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Do not mess with me. Um, you know, I even say hi. I'll look right at a guy and say hi. I have no problem. I've also seen 6 foot tall girls who have no presence at all who would be a good victim, because they walk hunched over, looking down, not paying attention. If they look up, they look away right away. That all is very a weak um, traits that people would feed off of. I would say if you're running outside, you can always have a pepper spray or sometimes a whistle if you want, or one of those things that makes noise, because they don't want anything that's going to draw attention, and that would draw attention. Um, if for some reason you are attacked, get as much DNA on your body as you can possibly get. Scratch them, get it under your nails, pull their hair, kick, fight. Always fight. Always fight. Um, Never let them take you to another place, a second location. If they are going to say, if you don't come with me, I'm going to kill you, kill me right here. Because 90% of the time they won't. They're looking for that easy victim, that easy target. And studies have shown if you go to a second location, well, then you're done.
yeah.
You're done. So, I'm not trying to freak anybody out. I'm just saying, be your big self.
It's hard for women to be, even just culturally,
Yes.
for women to have, like what you said, like this sense of presence and strength
Yeah.
and why, I mean, not to go too deep, I guess, but how do the, like, if someone's looking, is that something that's subconscious, conscious? Like, how do they know? Like, how does a victim be? How do they look like a victim? Like you said, they're kind of, you're looking
You're
down.
looking
It's
down, you're hunched over, you're just small. You're walking slow, shuffled. You're not people who are confident and people who are like got somewhere to go, or walking with a purpose or running with a purpose, have their head up, they're looking around and they're going. Their shoulders are broad, they're not hunched over, they're up, and they're walking like I got somewhere to be,
hmm
and their face just like, let's go. You can still do that and be nice. I have resting bitch face, but that's okay. That has worked in my favor many times. But I'm hilarious. But you can still do all of that and be kind and present yourself as I wouldn't mess with her.
I think a lot of women, myself included, still struggle with the idea of being nice or being kind, not wanting to
Hmm.
be
Mean.
mean or being appear as mean. But there's a difference between being confident and strong and assertive and
Right.
mean.
There is. And in today's day and age, there that you are perfectly justified in being and not talking. If somebody says, "Come over here, can you help me?" If you have an uncomfortable feeling about that, immediately no. No, I'm fine here. What do you need?
Yeah,
Where how do I get here? Down the street,
yeah.
you know? Uh, everybody has a phone. I don't know. Let me call the police and get someone over here to help you, you know? No, I'm not helping you find your dog.
Yeah,
No. No.
yeah,
Nobody should ever be coming up to your car, ever. You know, people do that. I don't want to say all the time, but there's often times where we've gotten calls where a guy will just come and approach a car and a woman sitting in her car. There's no excuse for that ever to happen. I
yeah,
would absolutely not roll down my window for that.
yeah. I
You
think
know.
it's and that's something that I have had to learn
Mhm.
because I remember when we just moved into a new house and someone rang the doorbell and my husband said, "Are you expecting someone?" I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Do you know who's at the door?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Then don't answer it." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, that would be mean." And he
Yeah.
was like, "Who cares?
Yeah.
Who
You don't
who are
need
you
to
going to
answer the
offend? The
door.
stranger that you've never met and never
Right.
gonna like. Don't even do that." And
Don't
that was
right.
almost like this aha moment where I was like, "Wow,
Right.
I don't have to answer the
You
door.
don't have
I
to.
don't have to help
You
that
don't have to be
person."
nice.
Um, and so let's speak to intuition because
Right.
you said when you get that sense. So one of the things that I help women learn and cultivate, but yet we are all born with it. We just
Mhm.
don't always listen to it.
Yeah.
Is that intuition,
Yeah.
that gut feeling, that sense of I don't this doesn't feel right.
Right.
So how often have you heard I kind of felt something was off, but I
That happens all the time. And what I have said to myself, what I've raised my nieces and even my kid, and what I've said in speaking to various groups is if you get a gut instinct or you have intuition that something's wrong, it is. It is. That is your 90% of the time, that
Mhm.
means there is something wrong. And you need to listen to that. And who cares? Who cares if that one time it was really the UPS guy or what, who cares? And you were wrong. So what? Because 9 other times you're going to be right and you're going to have saved yourself because you're right. Your gut is there, your sixth sense, your intuition is there telling you some picking up on energy, picking up on
Mhm.
some subconscious cues that you just not can't even process in your brain that something's not right. And that means listen to your gut instinct. Do not go that way. It's happened to me. It's happened to me as a police officer. This is not right. I got and I was absolutely right on that, you know.
Yeah. So what would be the top 3 things that you would tell, a woman of any age? Because as soon as you were saying look down, all I could think of was the young audience who's
Mhm.
always like this now with their phones, and
Mhm.
not just young. I throw
We all
myself
do
in
it.
that too. We all
We
do
all
it.
do it.
Just being aware. So what could be like the top 3 to 5 things you would teach or tell people,
Yep.
women, but whoever,
Mhm.
to use as your cues to not be a victim?
The I would say walk be present, be present, be aware of your surroundings. Make yourself big. Make your have a purpose. If you're running, run with a purpose. Make eye contact with people. Don't look away. Don't shy away. Don't look away. Have your cell phone. There's no reason ever that you should not have your cell phone with you when you run. Have it charged. Don't even share your location with somebody else. I know I have my location is always shared with my sisters, a couple of friends. Robert has it that if something bad were to happen to me, the police or whoever can find you. They can find you. Even if your phone is taken and shut off, they will have your last location. Say you get taken to another location, which you should never be taken to another location, because just do what you're going to do right here. If you're going to sexually assault me, right here and do it. And believe me, all your DNA is on my body. I'm getting it under my hands. But have your cell phone on, and just, if you feel uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form, call 911. That is our job. Don't ever feel like, oh, I don't know. He seems like a nice guy. I don't want to make him mad. I don't want to. Call 911. That is our job, is to come out there and just see what's going on. We do it all the time, all day long. You don't feel something's right, we come out and do a well-being check. And we just go out there. We've had women call 911 because they didn't feel right, and we come out and identify the guy, and he's wanted for sexual assault in another town.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, you should never feel like you're inconveniencing anybody or it's not an emergency. We have people call 911 because their kid doesn't want to eat their dinner. We certainly can come out for a real legitimate thing. So you should always feel like you can call. They really do call that.
Oh my
They
goodness.
really do. My kid will not go to bed. Oh my gosh, really? My kid won't get up to go to school. Seriously? No, they really do. It's
Wow.
kind of funny, but so always call if you feel uncomfortable. Believe your sixth sense. Always have your phone, and if for some chance you do get attacked, make sure you fight. Always fight. That's what I would say.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.